am Queen Afua, and I want to introduce you to my Rejuvenation Clay. All of the products that I will be sharing with you have been in our family for the last 40 years, 4 decades, and these products have gone global. This product is excellent for repairing and knitting tissues and bones. So I remember when I was about 40 years old, and I woke up in the morning and my knee was in pain. And I just kind of massaged it and, spoke to it and went about my day. I woke up the next day. My knee buckled. I said, wait a minute, what's going on here? Wait a minute, I have something that will help me. And I picked up my clay that has helped so many others. This is the clay. This is the smaller version, and we have a 2, 4, and 8 ounce. So the clay is zinc, potassium, calcium, and magnesium. It is a food. When you apply it to the skin, it goes in through the skin microscopically, into the bone, into the tissue, into the muscle, into the nerve, and it feeds nutrition into that organ. At the same time, it pulls the congestion and the inflammation and the swelling out of the same organ. Now, I'm going to do a sample of it because it is actually, and if you look into my books, you'll see there's 21 ways to use the clay. Before I do the sampling, I just want to go and call out all the ways. Number 1, you can put over your bladder to strengthen your bladder. You can put over a boil to draw out the congestion, the mucus, and the pus out of a boil. You can use it for bones and joints. If you have some arthritic pain, you can put that on as a food that's going to go right into the bone and joint, put the minerals in and pull the congestion out. If you have a loss of hearing, you can put it in the front of the earlobe and in the back to take out that mucus congestion so your hearing can become a little bit keener. If your eyes are swelling, you can put over the eyes and keep it on for 30 minutes or an hour and then shower it off. You can use it as a facial. If you have blackheads, if you have congestion around your face and there's swelling, you can put it as a facial. You can also use it for the feet. If your feet are hurting and in pain because you're lacking calcium, you can wrap your feet with the clay and sleep with it overnight and shower it the next day. You can use the clay as gums for if you have bleeding gums or pain in the gums because it's malnourishment. You can brush your teeth and rinse it out with the clay. You can use it for carpal tunnel and take a gauze and wrap your hands around with the clay. You can use it for your kidneys and put it directly on your kidneys if your body's retaining a lot of water because your kidneys are not functioning optimally. You put the clay directly on the kidneys, it goes into the kidneys and starts to activate the kidneys so you start to drain the excess water. You can use it over your lungs. If you have congestion in your lungs, you can place over your lungs a gauze on the left or gauze on the right. Go to sleep with it. While you're sleeping, it's breaking up some of that congestion. You can use it for the scalp if you're losing your hair. You can put minerals into the scalp by packing your whole crown or the parts of the hair is being lost with the clay, and then sleep with it overnight with a towel and then shower it off. You can use it when you do the facial. You can also put it over, make sure you put a nice thick amount over the sinus, and it will help to break up some of the sinus congestion as well as the swelling underneath the eyes. You can also use it for your teeth, your gums and your teeth as brushing gums and teeth. For the thyroid, if you have a hyperthyroid and your thyroid is enlarged, you can wrap your throat around. That's just to heat up your immune system. You can use it for women over the womb. If you have womb discomfort, you can put the clay over the womb, sleep with it overnight. For men, erectile dysfunction, it would help because it feeds nourishment into the prostate. Now, with all that being said, now I'm going to give you the way in which you should use it. Get a gauze, a clean gauze. You can get that from the drugstore, or you can get a white washcloth and recycle it that has no dyes in it. So the average person is going to be using a clay or a gauze about this size, because you can take the clay, once we're going to put it on the gauze, and you can pack it over your shoulder. Now, suppose your whole arm is in pain. You place over the shoulder, and the clay is a magnet. It travels. It's going to go down to where that pain is, and it's going to be pulled up, and the pain is going to be pulled up. the congestion to the clay. You sleep with it overnight, you shower the next day. Say it's the knees. This is the size for the knees. Now, the only reason why you would open it up and spread the clay over the entire area is because you may have knee pain all around the knee, from the front of the knee to the back of the knee. If a portion of your ankle is swollen, you can just put it on that portion. So if you want to cut this up and put over the ears, you can cut this up in 4s, right? Have a pack in the front of the ear and the back of the ear, as an example. Okay, so now we're going to actually work this out. And I'm going to have a sample. I'm going to have our youth come and receive his clay. All righty. Great. I'm going to demonstrate on one person. This is, of course, for women and men. This is how thick the clay would be. Not that much, right? This is about a tablespoon of the clay, right? Want to come? Thank you. Right. And I have this thank you so much, being the demo. This is a non-surgical tape, so when you take it off, it's no pain. So say you have pain right here, right? Okay, so I'm gonna put it just like that. And I'm gonna put the tape to keep it in place. So what you wanna do is you're gonna seal it on the very tip and go to sleep with this clay. While you are sleeping, it's going to work, right? It's going to go right through the skin, into that nerve, into that muscle, and begin to do the necessary repairing. All nature provides. Okay? And then you go to sleep, take a rest. Thank you. Okay? Thank you so much. That is how simple this is. So now it may be in the arm, it may be in the back. You will put the same compress in. It may be on the throat. It may be on the forehead from headaches. It may be over the knees or the ankles. It's the same process. The main thing is that you just have a length of time. If it's for bones and joints and muscles, you want to keep it on overnight. Take a nice warm bath or a nice warm shower so the body's relaxed. Place it wherever it needs to go to sleep. Nature's working while you're sleeping. When you wake up in the morning, the clay will be hard. That means it did all this work. Now you take a shower and you say, oh, wait a minute, that feels much better. You fed the muscle, the nerve, the bone, the joint. You do it again. After about the 4th to the 7th application of the clay, you're going to feel at least 50% better. It's a way of life. So the clay is nature. The vegetables and the fruits come out of the earth. So we go right to the earth to now nourish us into wholeness. And that is the clay work. Thank you.